Thank you. First of all, let me thank the University of Oslo for inviting me and inviting the Egyptian actors to speak to you about the Tunisian and Egyptian revolution. I am delighted to find that many Norwegians speak good Arabic, and this I appreciate it. This is the first step of friendship. Yes. Tunisia is situated in North Africa. It is small by its area, but but it has a very long history. The first state was established in 1813 before Christ by the foundation of Carthage, and since then there was always a centralized state, but it was always influenced by foreign powers. I will not talk to you about the total history of Tunisia, but I have to say that this country has a long tradition of reforms. I will give some milestones that mark the last 2 centuries. In 1848, the slavery was forbidden, 17 years before the United States. In 1861, Tunisia adopted a constitution, the first in the Islamic and Arab world. In 1921, Muhammad Ali al-Hami founded the first workers' union outside Europe and North America. In 1956, polygamy was forbidden in Tunisia for the first time, and it is the only state in the Arab world. In 1977, the Human Rights League in Tunisia was created. It was the first league in Africa and the Arab world. In 2011, the first democratic revolution happened in the Arab world. This revolution of freedom and dignity, as we call it in Tunisia, by the way, we don't like the Jasmine revolution. It is more folkloric and touristic than real. This revolution of dignity and freedom began on December 17th with a rally in the front of the governorate of Sidi Bouzid, a city of central Tunisia. Jobless graduates, human rights activists, political activists, especially members of the progressive democratic parties, gave speeches to denounce the poverty, marginalization of the region, lack of jobs, lack of justice, corruption, etc. The uprising lasted for 4 weeks. After the escape of the president, we don't know how it happened exactly, the government changed 3 times, but managed the country and conducted many reforms. First, liberation of all the political prisoners, allowing legality to almost all the parties that asked to be legal. Now we have 73 parties. It is free today to organize political meetings. The press is free and there are many new newspapers. Public and private TVs and radios are independent from the government. The judiciary is independent. The former ruling party has been dissolved and its properties came back to the state. An independent commission was created to investigate on the corruption. Another independent commission was created to investigate on exactions during the protests. A high commission for political reforms with representatives of the parties, the civil society, and independent personalities created, and plays the role of parliament. And then independent electoral commission is created to organize the next elections. The date of the election is fixed to the 24th of July. What was the role of our party in all that? During the battle against Ben Ali, our members were in almost all the demonstrations, especially in Sidi Bouzid and Kasserine. We had good relation with the president before the 90s, but when he started arresting Islamists and torturing them, we did not accept that, and since that moment we had a very bad relationship with him. During all these 20 years, we didn't have any help from the state We were not allowed to organize any meeting outside our headquarters, etc., etc. We are today in a very special situation that I can call the Tunisian miracle. The constitution is no more valid. The parliament has been dissolved. We have a president that is not elected, a government that is not elected, a high commission of political reform that is not elected, but the state is working. This is really a miracle. We want to make this situation of consensus the shortest possible and change to a situation of elected institutions. Now we work to help the Tunisians realize their dream in a fair and transparent election, the first in their lives. We prepare the election also to win. This is the role of a party. We want to add to the gains that happened during the last 50 years in Tunisia. We want to keep all the economical success, but we want to solve the economical problems that caused the uprising. So we have to add to the gains democracy, social justice, and balance of development between the regions. To succeed in this program, we have to fight against corruption and tax evasion and to make good reforms to the education system. We have a workforce in Tunisia estimated to 3.5 million persons. Among them, 520,000 are jobless and 160,000 graduates on 3 phases that should go almost at the same. So we have to make 3 phases to build big infrastructure, to develop the touristic infrastructure in these marginalized regions, to encourage young entrepreneurs to build their own economical projects. All this needs international and national investment funds. We are confident that with the upgrade of the public administration, the decrease of corruption and the return of security, we will have more investment. Tunisia needs more. It needs human comprehension, a human exchange, and a good balance the relationship. Easier Schengen visa for Tunisians who want to visit Europe will strengthen the human relationships between Tunisia and Europe. Let me say that the sad situation in Libya created some problems to Tunisia. The war there sends to Tunisia more than 100,000 Asian workers from Middle Eastern and African workers fleeing the war. More than 170,000 Tunisian workers coming back to Tunisia. More than 50,000 Libyans fleeing the war. We are 10.5 million. The situation of the country is not stable yet, and the economy has 0% increase from last January. But we managed to receive all these people. We fed them and accommodated them, helped them to go back go back home, took care of their health. Tunisian families sheltered Libyan families, etc. We never said ouch. On the other side of the Mediterranean Sea, the economical situation in Tunisia sends more than 20,000 young Tunisians in good health with good skills to Italian island of Lampedusa. In a gentleman agreement, Italy accepted to give valid visa to 22,000 and return back all new arrivals from Tunisia. What does represent 22,000 among 500 million in Europe? Nothing. But the French government, trying to pick up extreme right-wing voters in 2012 election, refused to let them move through the French territory, arrest them illegally, and threatened to get out of Schengen agreement. Ladies and gentlemen, we are confident in the future. We need your support during these difficult days to establish democracy in our country. We are neighbors, and in this new technological era we live together in the same village named Earth. Our future is yours. The domains of cooperation between Tunisia and Europe are unlimited. We should work together, and thank you for your attention.